So the last look at factorising quadratics, I call tricky ones. So they're ones that the other rules that we've learned don't work for. So this means that we definitely have a number in front of x squared. Like this. But when we go to try and remove our common factor, there's no number that divides into 13 because 13 is a prime, right? So we don't need to even try and test to see if there's anything we can take out. Got a prime number, that is our question, and we want to put it in two brackets. So there is a method to doing this. We call it windows here. So we form windows like this, all right? We put curtains on our windows like this, and we fill in all the gaps. So what happens is we multiply these two here together. So we get negative 30x squared. And we just pop this one in here, negative 13x. Now, when we were factorising 4, we were looking for two things that multiply to give something and add to give something. We're doing the same thing. We want two things that multiply to give negative 30x squared and add to give negative 13x. So they're going to have one x in each bracket, like that. Now we just deal with the numbers. So what multiplies to give negative 30 and adds to give negative 13? Well, 30 we've got 30 and 1, 10 and 3, 5 and 6, 2 and 15. But we need a 13. So 2 and 15 could be quite fun. Or a 3 and 10. Oh, there's two lots that could give us negative 13. So we need a negative and a positive. So to get negative 13 out of 10 and 3, they both have to be negative. But to get negative 13 out of 15 and 2, we only need the negative 15. So that's the one we want. Negative 15 and positive 2. So those two numbers multiply to give that and add together to give that. So we've got all our bits now. From our curtains, we bring down what's left at the top. So we've got a 10x squared, and we've got from here a 15x, and from here a plus 2x, and from here a minus 3. What we do here is we cut it in half, because it's much easier to do it in little bits. So we're going to take out the highest common factor of this, which we all can do. Let's pretend that wasn't even there. The highest common factor is a 5 and an x. That leaves us with an x and a minus and a 3. All right? Do the same over here. We take out a common factor. Oh, goodness, what's the common factor? Oh, I can't multiply. 5 times 2 is 10. What? So here, there's nothing. 1 is our common factor. 2x minus 3. Now, you know you're on the right track if these two brackets are the same, because those two brackets are now going to be called our common factor. So if we take out that bracket and put it at the front, what's left? We've got 5x here and plus 1 here. That's now factorised. So it's quite a lot to do in there, but if you practice it, you'll get used to doing it. Let's have a look at another one. All right, so we've got our windows, our curtains, we're away laughing. So negative times that is negative 60x squared and negative 11x. What multiplies to give, remember the x in each one, multiplies to give negative 60 and adds to give negative 11. I'll leave you a bit of time to do that. You can go back and have a look at that. But the answer is 15 and 4. All right, so we've got negative 15 and positive 4. Right? They multiply to give negative 60, they add to give negative 11. So then we carry everything down. We've got 6x squared, 15x, 4x, and 10. Cut it in half into two separate problems. Factorise the first one. What's the biggest factor we can take of 6 and 15? 3. And the x, leaving us with 2x and 5. From here, what's the biggest factor we can take out of 4 and 10? 2, leaving us with, whoa, funnily enough, the same thing, which is what we want. This one and this one to be the same. If we don't get them, we probably better check to see if we're doing it right. Therefore, that becomes the first bracket. We're taking it out of this one and this side. And what's left goes in its own bracket. So we get our 2 factors. Okay, have fun practicing that. Come back and watch it if you need to be able to